Anytime now, traffic light. Excellent. Why are so many people in debt? To come across some loose change for the average person, that's not quite the easiest thing on earth. So what can we do? What can we do? That's what today is about.
Something I've realized that really kind of caught me off guard is how many people spend more money on than they can afford. The amount of people who are in debt so they can drive a car that has a logo on it that makes them feel better because that's keeping up with the Joneses or other people's judgment is fascinating to me.
But is there a way out, Gary?
And so, especially while the economy globally is frothy, I am aggressively throwing up for debate to the third of this audience that is trying to get their side hustle to be their job, for them to give a real thought to what it would look like if they were to downsize their home and their car and their vacations and their watch.
Okay.
To put themselves in a position to be happy. I think over the next decade, as we continue to start really discovering as a human race mental health and happiness, that we are on the pre-dawns of people changing what success looks like. When I really look at the world, and I grew up super humbly, I've spent my 10 years ago career in the explosion of Silicon Valley. I've really been lucky to see all sorts of different things going on. It is super cliche, but absolutely true, that the money happiness thing is just a funny thing. People that don't have it think it does bring happiness. People that have it know it's not true. And when you really look at suicide data and things, depression data, it's fascinating who struggles with it. I really do believe as we become dramatically more thoughtful about happiness versus money, that a lot of people are going to start really looking at the things they amass and how much that is a choker to their happiness. What really excites me right now is how frothy the economy is globally, and I know so many of you can take advantage of selling high, positioning yourself to be happy. I think it's a very rogue point of view. It's completely against the propaganda that you see in your Instagram and Facebook feed 24/7. Everybody's pushing all sorts of fancy stuff and fancy trips and fancy things. I genuinely believe that the majority of people here can dramatically put themselves in a happier place if they honestly consider downsizing things that they don't use.
But what do you think is holding us back?
So many of you do not create content because you're so bent out of shape by the feedback in the comments section. This has become a remarkable fascination of mine, that people literally aren't living their lives to their happiness or fullest because Sally Pants 36 said that you're ugly or fat. People absolutely crippled by the judgment of others without really understanding what it is. Let me say it here right now so there's no confusion. If a human being takes the time out of their day to consume your piece of content, consume it, and then spend time to leave a negative comment to you after consuming your content, think about how shitty that person's life is. Somebody literally has the time to consume your content and try to drag you down. My friends, misery loves company is one of the most interesting sayings that has been in culture for a long time. It's one thing, and I have empathy, a lot of it, when it's your mom and dad dragging you through shit, because that's deep. But when an anonymous person with an icon of a rugby player is dragging you through shit, you have to get into a place where that does not bother you. It makes zero sense.
Well, guys, I hope that was of some kind of help to you, and it certainly was to me when I first heard it. I will put the link to that full YouTube talk by Gary Vaynerchuk down below. But please, if you feel that there are other people who might benefit from that kind of input or motivation, feel free to share this video, as well as to hit the subscribe button, I think it's over there, and ring the little bell somewhere near it as well. Cheers, have a good one.